Samahan ang batikang broadcaster na si Cesar Soriano sa kanyang pagtalakay sa mga maiinit na isyu ng bayan at paglalakbay sa lahat ng sulok ng Pilipinas. Alamin ang mga buod ng mahalagang impormasyon na dapat malaman ng sambayanan. Dito sa Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.
Magandang Gabi Pilipinas, ako po si Cesar Soriano, nagbibigay pugay sa mga Pilipino sa lahat ng sulok ng mundo. Samahan ninyo ako sa isang oras na pagtalakay sa mga mahalagang issue sa ating lipunan at sa mga kwentong sumasalamin sa ating pagka-Pilipino.
Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.
Sa edisyong ito, ating tunghayan ang mga hamong kinakaharap ng Valenzuela City Government para matugunan ang pangangailangan ng kanilang mga mamamayan. Magandang gabi po, Mayor Rex Gatchan.
Magandang gabi at magandang gabi rin sa lahat ng nanonood ng inyong programa.
Salamat po sa pagpapaunlak. Diretsahan po tayo, Mayor. Valenzuela City po ay sinasabing the second safest city sa buong Southeast Asia. Isa pong malaking karangalan ito. Pakikwento sa amin.
Well, una hindi kami ang nagsabi nun. Galing siya sa crowdsourcing webpage, yung Numbeo. I think this is the second time na naglabas sila ng ganyang index. At that crowdsourcing webpage is not based in the Philippines. Ginagamit to ng mga ibang mga publication as the data source data nila. So gusto ko lang linawin yun. Hindi kami ang nagsabi na safe kami.
But are you welcoming it?
Of course, syempre, sino ba? Before I go there, syempre, gusto ko muna linawin na ayaw ko isipin ng mga nanonood na binubuhat namin yung sarili naming bangko.
Okay.
Yung crowdsourcing webpage na yun, yung Numbeo, is not based in the Philippines. Hindi ko namin sila kilala. And katulad nyo, first time rin namin kaagad nakita yung resulta. Kung kailan nyo nakita, doon rin lang namin nakita. Now, that webpage also ranked the Valenzuela in the same breath as Davao.
Okay.
Kasi, di ba, alam naman natin na yung Davao, ang reputation niya is one of the safest cities in the country. In both those indexes, nakasama ng Valenzuela City in Davao. So, meaning that's something for us to be proud of. Dahil alam natin na trust ng lokal na pamunuan ng Davao, even pa ng time ni Presidente.
So, you're saying that report is credible?
I had to establish that first.
Okay.
No, it's credible and hindi kami ang may kagagawan nun.
Okay.
Ang pangalawa, we welcome it. Masaya kami kasi sabi ko nga, para mapahanay sa mga safe na city katulad ng Davao at para masabi ng isang grupo na hindi taga rito na safe ang Valenzuela City, we're proud of that. Pero kami naman, sa isang dako, natutuwa kami pero hindi kami nagugulat. Dahil over the past couple of years, 6 years na, patuloy kaming namumuhunan sa safety ng aming lungsod. Naniniwala kami na papasok lang ang puhunan, mga mamumuhunan, papasok ang mga negosyante, ang industriya, ang trabaho. Kapag kayo mga basic nandun, infrastruktura at safety. Sino bang gusto mamuhunan sa isang magulo na lugar? So sa lokal na pamahalaan, bukod sa pag-aruga at pagsuporta sa mga policemen namin, no? Kami na bumibili ng gamit nila, sasakyan, bike, baril, headquarters nila, lahat yan funded na ng local government. We went beyond that. Ang sa amin, hindi sapat naman kasi na pulis lang ang aasahan mo eh. We made it everybody's business.
What is so remarkable, Mayor, is that you empowered a lot of volunteer organizations.
Yun, doon nga ako papunta.
Hanga-hanga ito. Tell us something about it.
Doon nga papunta. Sabi ko nga, lagi na lang kasi ang mamamayan, ko-complain ka na magulo. Pero hindi dapat doon natatapos yung obligasyon mo eh. Safety and the security of the community is everybody's responsibility. Oo, hindi ka police, pero pwede ka mag-volunteer as bantay bayan. Pwede ka mag-volunteer as homeowners na mga watchmen. Walang masama doon. Kasi sometimes, complaining is the one side of the story, but finding the solution is the more important side.
And empowering them, ano yung ginagawa para sa kanila?
Well,
you organize them?
Yes. We have numerous volunteer groups.
Oh.
It depends on your background, it depends on your capacity. So meron kami una dyan yung bantay bayan namin. They're watchmen. They're volunteers. We have close to 3,000 of them.
When you say volunteers, Mayor, you don't spend for...
We only give them the equipment.
Okay.
Uniform, flashlight, sticks, pito. And we also give them some type of operating fund para pambili ng kape nila. Kasi gabi nagjo-duty yan eh. Remember, marami sa ating mga mamayan nagtatrabaho sa umaga. Pero pag uwi nila sa bahay, idol sila at gusto nila maging bahagi sa community building.
So you organize the Bantay?
Bantay Bayan.
Next.
So yan ang pinakamalaki namin. We have around 3,000 of them na force
1,000 members?
Yes, force multiplier sila ng police.
Okay.
The policeman can't be everywhere, but the citizen can be everywhere.
What do they do?
They watch over their communities, yung mga looban.
Patrolling?
Oo, may stick sila, they're deputized. They coordinate with the barangay kung may gulo, or they themselves can take action. Pag ayaw makinig sa kanila, then they have radios to call the police. 24/7.
Salitan yung duty.
But normally, gabi lang sila. They start at 6 p.m. onwards till madaling araw.
What's the control? Coming from the barangay or from the...
From the city, but in close coordination with the barangay and the policemen. Magkakakilala yan. When they do their trainings,
What's the logic?
cross-training. The logic there kung bakit coordinated sila sa barangay at sa police, para pag may gulo, hindi sila yung mahuhuli thinking na hindi sila magkakakilala, di ba?
Okay.
Minsan, syempre, these are regular citizens, but they have accreditations. So, alam ng police na, ito yung mga volunteer watchmen natin. We have the Bantay Bayan, we also have the Bantay Sunog. Alam rin natin ang mga bumbero. When you talk about
We'll go to that later.
When you talk about, quite the contrary, I say it in the same breath because safety and security goes hand in hand.
Okay.
People always think na safety lang, police lang yan, peace and order lang. Quite the contrary. It's peace and order nga, and order comes with making sure that the communities are safe, not just from humans, but also from fire.
Okay.
Diba? That's why I say that in the same breath. May bantay sunog kami. On the same group, meron naman kami tinatawag namin bantay estudyante. These are senior citizen na able-bodied pa. They're 60 above.
Senior.
Mga matatanda namin. Ang theory namin, kesa nasa bahay sila, tulungan mo na rin kami in keeping the city safe. Anong ginagawa nila? Siyempre, hindi naman namin yan yung pinatatakbo pa. They man the school exits and entrances. Remember, yes, they help children cross the street.
Okay.
They make sure walang nabubuli. They make sure the parents are in order. Hindi mga parents nakakalat doon. Why senior citizen? Number one, we want to make them still productive. Gusto pa nila maging produktibo, pues maging produktibo ka. But number two, the respect of children at ng mga magulang, nandun eh. Pag matatanda, nagsalita na, wag mo apihin yung kapwa mo bata, tigil yon. Parang nagiging parent guides na rin sila. That's why we decided to make our senior citizens the bantay estudyante.
How is their reaction? What's their... how they welcome the organization?
Siyempre,
Marami bang-
maraming gusto kagad sumali. Noon pa naman eh. Before we organized that, wala sila magawa. Kasi lagi na sinasabi, hindi naman pwedeng igarahin nyo na kami sa bahay, yun lang yun. Sometimes you just have to empower them yan eh. So, in that case, we empower them to limit their scope. Alam nga, patakbo-takbo yung pa yung kawawa naman. So, sila, they just focus on the safety and security of children and the parents in the school exits and entrances.
Now that you have organized this volunteer organization.
Actually, may last group pa eh. It's called the Anti-Squatting Group.
Okay.
Again, nung inalis namin yung mga informal settlers namin, we make sure na pati yung mga parsela ng lupa na yon, mga easement, laging free of obstruction.
Okay. So, after organizing all these volunteer organizations, Mayor, what was the impact? What was the result? May mga remarkable
Yes. Number one, yun nga, organizations or outside groups like Numbeo did an end-user survey. End-user yun eh.
Okay.
Ang tinatanong nila yung mga mamamayan eh, crowdsourcing yun eh.
Correct.
And yung sarili muna nating mamamayan, yung ikaw, pag umuwi ka ba, kampante ka, na makakauwi ka na maayos. Kampante ka ba na yung anak mong babae, makakauwi na maayos. Kampante ka ba na hindi ka mananakawan. Mataas yung ranking namin doon. That's why Numbeo cited us as one of the safest cities in Southeast Asia. The overall perception of the individual in his community, he feels safe. That's one. Number two, mababa ang crime index namin compared to Metro Manila. I just don't have the figures right now, but I'm sure you can check it. Mas mababa kami than the city, the regional, and the national averages. And more than anything, number three, our business permits issuances keeps on growing. Meaning, parami ng parami ang gustong mamuhunan. So, ibig sabihin may nakikita sila na safe tong lugar, so my investment is safe here.
Okay, so along that line, sir, may mga bantay bayan kayo, may mga bantay. Wala ba kayong specifically touching on bantay droga?
Meron.
Volunteer organization?
Meron kami niyan. Kaya lang, I might end up using your one army explaining lang everything there. We have the Bantay Pamayanan Laban sa Droga.
Okay.
These are volunteers. They're informants.
So informants, incognito sila.
Actually, they're community leaders themselves. They're street leaders. We call them street leaders. Bawat kalsada, meron kaming bantay pamayanan laban sa droga na person.
Papakilala?
Kilala sila.
Okay.
Kilala sila. The reason being, kasi hindi lang naman yan ang trabaho nila. Tumutulong sila sa mga mamamayan doon na makakalapit sa social welfare pag may kailangan. Kasi minsan may sakit doon pero hindi alam paano pumunta ng City Hall.
Kasi Mayor, yung iba, ayaw magpakilala.
But,
kasi baka mamaya...
in this case kasi since they're the community leaders, alam na sila yung nilalapitan eh.
Okay.
So but because they're organized in such a way na for every a street with 200 residents, you get one, nababantayan niya yun na maigi. So if there are 400 in your streets, there 400 residents in your street, there are 2 bantay pamayanan leaders there. So we ratio them na 200:1.
So these volunteer organizations...
They provide us with intelligence work. They tell us kung, pati yung mga iba kanina, kasi they're part of safety and security group eh. Kinikwento sa amin kung sino yung nagbebenta, saan nangyayari yung pot session, kung meron, ano yung unusual na nakikita o naaamoy nila sa paligid. Mas alam nila kasi nandun sila lahat eh.
So, this volunteer organization, somehow, meron pa ding budget.
Wala lahat yan. Purely volunteer. Binibigyan lang namin sila ng allowance. But the allowance is not...
budget from the LG.
Yes, but the allowance is only meant for you to buy coffee and basic equipment. Like, sa bantay pamayanan, loads ng cellphone. Para naman nakakatawag sila dito pag merong emergency or meron silang gustong isumbong. Yan.
Okay, so it seems minimal lang yung gastos ninyo para sa volunteer organization. But you do admit the fact that there's a need para magkaroon ng malaking budget sa peace and order. You invest a lot.
Malaki yung budget namin sa peace and order but it goes to beefing up our policemen.
Okay.
Number one, we built them their substations. We have state-of-the-art substation. Yung tawag nga namin na sub-block lang namin.
So no police
parang
walang baril dito?
Walang pulis na walang baril dito at wala kaming block na mukhang matatakot ka pumasok. All our blocks are mini police stations. Are state-of-the-art, complete with computers, maliwalas. Kasi minsan yung mga block, matatakot yung residente pumunta kasi ang dilim-dilim. We're complete. May dagdag allowance rin yung mga policemen namin para hindi sila natitempt na mangotong pa. We recently bought them 60 brand new police cars and a fleet of motorbikes. So sa gamit, kompleto sila. Kami na nagbabayad ng kuryente nila, kami nagbabayad ng crudo nila, dagdag allowance. Well, ang theory namin, kailan wag mo sila bigyan ng rason na magtatamad-tamad, wag mo sila bibigyan ng rason para magnakaw o humingi.
And it's not happening here.
Yep, and on top of that, we also have our own SWAT unit, locally funded to.
Okay.
We bought them the long guns, the long firearms together. We also have our own anti-riot group, na kompleto with shields and helmets and vests. We also have our own K9 unit, na amin yung mga aso. In fact, itong tatlo nga, lagi kami hinihiraman nito ng regional kasi alam nila kompleto yung units namin dito
And how do you encourage the police na dapat kayo na sa national level kayo kailan magkaroon tayo ng magandang coordination? In some LGUs kasi
hindi maganda yun.
Parang sila
ako kasi
sila, Mayor.
I think it starts with the local chief executive, the mayor. When you make it conscious sa utak mo, alam ko sasabihin mo madaling sabihin pero mahirap gawin, pero kami ginagawa namin, we don't politicize the policemen. Ako politiko ako but I don't get them involved. There's a China wall that separates the police force from City Hall. Akin, you can support whoever you want to support as a citizen, meaning mga botante rin yan. But I will not use you for my own political endeavors because that's when magkakagulo yun. Kasi una, hindi nila trabaho yon. Pero pag ginamit mo sila sa ganyan at hindi ka mapagbigyan, sasama loob mo, magkukwentahan na kayo. Diba? Minsan isipin mo,
You don't call them dito sa...
No, I call them only here in City Hall where it's transparent and everybody sees it. See, this is the office of the mayor. Everybody can come here. We talk about official business in City Hall.
You don't allow...
But I will not...
to go to your house?
No.
Why is that?
Because nga, there's a level of professionalism that has to stay.
Okay.
Of course, sometimes it's inevitable. Minsan, meron kaming nagkataon, I had meetings there, but dinala niya yung bagong hepe ng regional police, but they had to look for me there. Kasi nandun ako, kesa balikan ko dito. But other than that, everything's conducted here.
And you never interfere into mga apprehensions?
No.
All kasi yung mga leaders mo, hinuli.
Alam mo, simple lang. I always tell them nga, you have to make sure that the national agencies, police, Bureau of Fire, jail, youth, RTC, MTC, Fiscal's Office, you don't make them part of your politics. They're here to help support the city's operations, but they are not your employees, and neither are they part of your political machinery. Kasi nga, sabi ko, feeling ko doon nagkakagulo yung pagka ginawa mong sarili mong parang private army yan, tapos hindi matuloy yung gusto mo, then hindi mo na, pag upo mo sa as mayor, magkukwentahan na kayo eh.
Okay.
So you really have to segregate your persona, their persona and your persona.
And because of these outstanding accomplishments when it comes to peace and order, dumadami yung mga investors and they're so interested in investing in your city. But it seems, hindi pa rin makakalimutan hanggang sa ngayon yung malaking sunog na kinasuhan
Well,
kayo.
quite.
Those things. What was the lesson learned on that fire na naging controversial at palaging pinag-usapan ng kausap?
Well,
Sasagutin po yan, Mayor Rex Gatchalian, pagkatapos po ng ilang paalam.
Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.
Ang bilis talaga ng panahon. Parang kailan lang, pinag-heli ko pa siya. Ngayon, first day na sa elementarya ng uniko iho ko. Alam kong maraming masasamang nangyayari sa bansa. Talamak ang karahasan, laganap ang kaguluhan. Laking pasalamat ko na dito sa amin sa Valenzuela, walang ganyang problema. Sigurado akong lalaki sa isang ligtas na pamayanan ang aking anak. Dito sa Valenzuela, tulong-tulong ang iba't ibang sektor para maging maayos ang lungsod. Nandyan ang mga bantay estudyante na kahit mga senior citizen na, ay ganadong-ganado pa ring tumulong sa pagpapatawid sa mga estudyante. Marami ding traffic enforcer o red boys kung tawagin na nakaposisyon sa bawat kanto at kalsada. Pagdating naman sa pag-agapay sa mga tumatawid, ay nandiyan ang mga pedestrian enforcer. Sa Valenzuela, hindi lang mga tao ang binabantayan kundi pati mga ilog. Sila ang mga bantay ilog. Ang inatasan upang siguruhing nasusunod ang mga batas sa pagpapanatili ng kalinisan ng mga ilog at iba pang daluyan ng tubig. Nariyan din ang Task Force Disiplina na sinisigurong natutupad ang mga lokal na ordinansa ng ating lungsod. Ang mga bantay bayan naman ay ang mga volunteer na nagbabantay sa sarili nilang komunidad para siguruhin ang katahimikan at pigilan ang mga kaguluhan. Mayroon ding mga bantay sunog na dumaan sa training upang agad na makaresponde sakaling may mangyaring sunog malapit sa kanilang tahanan. Para naman bantayan at pigilan ang pagsulpot ng mga informal settler, nariyan ang mga anti-squatting volunteers. pati mga miyembro ng mga fraternity ay mayroon ding ambag para sa pagpapanatili ng kaayusan. Hanga talaga ako sa pamamahala sa Valenzuela. Bilang isang pulis na naglilingkod dito, ramdam ko ang hangarin ng pamahalaan upang siguruhing ligtas ang pamayanan. Anumang kailangan namin para sa mga operasyon ay agad-agad na ipinagkakaloob.
Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.
Marami mang umalis at mang iwan. Nandyan si tatay na hindi ka magagawang saktan. Happy Father's Day mula sa PTV.
Samahan ang batikang broadcaster na si Cesar Soriano sa kanyang pagtalakay sa mga maiinit na isyu ng bayan at paglalakbay sa lahat ng sulok ng Pilipinas. Alamin ang mga buod ng mahalagang impormasyon na dapat malaman ng sambayanan. Dito sa Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.
Dito nagsisimula ang kwento namin. Dito sa malalawak na kalsadang asfaltado, sementado at malinis. Dito sa mga pagawaan at pabrika. Dito sa Valenzuela kung saan araw-araw marami ang handang magtrabaho. Dito kung saan ginagawa ang inyong mga kutsyon, tangke ng tubig, tansan, bote, karton at pagkain. Dito binubuo, hinihinang, hinahalo, hinuhulma ang kinabukasan. Dito hinuhubog ang bukas. Dito sa maraming paaralan at simbahan ng Valenzuela. Dito nag-uumpisa ang paggalang sa kapwa at pagiging malapit sa Diyos. Dito nanggagaling ang hindi pagsubok. Dito sa Valenzuela, hindi mga gusaling pang-opisina ang nagtataasan kundi mga pangarap namin. Dito, hindi napupuyat ang mga tao sa bisyo at pagpapasarap, kundi sa pag-aalay ng galing, talino, puso at kakayahan. Dito nangyayari ang disiplina, ang mahusay na pamamahala. Sa Valenzuela, madaling mag-apply at makakuha ng mga permit. Mabilis ang pagproseso at pagtayo ng inyong negosyo dito dahil naniniwala kami na ang inyong kabuhayan ay aming kinabukasan. At di man namin matapatan ang ingay at ganda ng ibang mga lungsod. Kami dito sa Valenzuela, nabubuhay sa gawa.
Dami po nagkaka-interest ngayon na magnegosyo sa Valenzuela because of maganda yung peace and order. Pero hanggang sa ngayon, hindi pa rin nalilimutan itong sunog na nangyari na may namatay at kinasuhan nga kayo. What was the lesson learned from that incident?
The lesson I learned is
Yes.
actually a lesson I learned that I just said a while ago. Don't politicize things. Alam niyo nangyari kasi doon, and the records will bear me out. They filed cases sa Sandigan Bayan, all dismissed. Hindi pa nga naka-first base.
Before going to further, Mayor, the charges that were
All dismissed.
all dismissed, but you think those were political harassments
Yes.
against you?
That's why nga I said,
Okay.
that's why nga I had to backtrack and say,
Okay.
it's the lesson I was saying a while ago and when you start politicizing things. First of all, the cases were all dismissed.
Correct.
In fact, hindi pa nga nabigyan ng due course eh. Sa ano pa lang, sa judicial determination pa lang sa Sandigan Bayan, the records will bear me out. Dismissed. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa siya naka-first base.
But you were saying you were politicized, and yet here comes the prosecutor insisting with the Supreme Court na kailangan managot kayo, na i-reverse
Oo
the
nga.
decision. So you think this move is still politicized?
No. Let me just clarify. You mean you're telling me the appeal right now?
Correct.
No, let's talk about the initial step first. So they filed sa the ombudsman then, the then ombudsman. Let me clarify, not the current ombudsman. She decided then to go ahead kasi may probable cause raw. Pagtungtong sa Sandigan Bayan, the Sandigan Bayan said there's just a judicial determination pa lang, they threw it away already. Hindi na kami umabot sa trial proper because when they looked at the records, what case is there?
Yung ombudsman.
Samantalang sinabi nga ng DILG nun, I can issue the business permits and let the fire tell the mayor kung may problema or wala so he can revoke.
Okay.
In that case, the firemen, they never told me anything. Now, why did they say it was politicized? Kasi they themselves issued this memo circular na pwede ako DILG.
Okay.
They themselves,
Secretary
DILG. Initially, it was Secretary Robredo. When he passed away,
Okay.
the new secretary, the one that just recently lost sa Senate race, decided na wala raw yun. Yet, they never revoked those issuances. So, dapat i-revoke nila yun.
So who's politicizing? The past administration or?
The past administration, plain and simple.
Okay.
The past administration, the past DILG secretary, he decided that may case. O sige, may case. But when it got to the court said, walang case. Ano ba pinag-uusapan natin? So it was dismissed. Now, why is it in the Supreme Court? Because the past ombudsman was the one who also appealed it, not the current ombudsman.
Okay.
But if I can also just put it in context, our current ombudsman was one of the justices that threw away that case. He was a Sandigan Bayan justice then. Our current ombudsman, si Ombudsman Martirez, sat as Sandigan Bayan in that very same case na na-dismiss. So, hindi siya ang nag-appeal netong case.
Okay.
Ang nag-appeal ng case yung nakaraan na ombudsman.
Mayor,
So, going back to what I learned, simple. I saw it from them that they decided to politicize things. Look at what happened. Ano nangyari? Nagkagulo. Ano ba? No business permit, no FSIC. Nagkagulo. Kasi they decided na kesa pure governance tayo, yung dating DILG, yung dati past administration, decided na magandang gamitin sa politika eh. And
What could be the reason why they want to destroy? You're so good.
well, no,
You
no,
have
no.
a lot of
I'm not good, but
accomplishments.
I have one thing.
Based on what we
Hindi
saw.
ho ako nakadilaw eh. So, as
Ganun
simple
ba?
as that. Well, ano pa ba meron? Diba? And ako, sabi ko, the records rebel.
Ano ka ba? President Duterte ka?
NPC ho ako.
Okay.
The records will bear me out. The court records are all there. Hindi naman
But going off from the politics side,
no, it had something to do kasi what did I learn?
Yeah.
That's why I'm applying it here.
Yeah,
Don't
understand.
never politicize things that shouldn't be
Okay.
politicized.
I understand.
Like the policemen, you keep them professional.
Okay.
The Bureau of Fire, you keep them professional.
I understand, Mayor. But I'm so interested in, could it be that one of the lessons dun sa fire is for you to strengthen the policies para hindi na mangyari dito?
Quite the contrary.
Ano
The
nangyayari
policies
ngayon?
are there.
But ano nangyayari
Kami,
ngayon?
we simply implemented the policy.
Wala na bang ibang mga legislations that...
The law is very clear.
Okay.
The trabaho ng Bureau of Fire to make sure na lahat ng mga institusyon at establishmento ay kompleto sa fire safety. Trabaho ng mayor mag-issue ng business permit sa pinakamabilis na panahon. Kailangan si mayor at yung Bureau of Fire regular ang coordination. Kami, sumusulat kami dati sa kanila, wala silang sinasagot. But now, ano natutunan namin, just don't rely on the Bureau of Fire. That's why we have our own Bantay Sunog. But the Bantay Sunog is not on the regulatory side. They're on the firefighting side.
But that incident, Mayor, talagang hanggang sa ngayon, natotrauma ka pa rin pag naisip.
Ako, hindi ba natutrauma, but now I learned nga, sabi ko, politicizing things, no? You should keep governance and politics
Aside
separate
from
each
the
other.
political aspect, kung naisip mo yun, may namatay, lumaki sunog, paano mo to binabalik-balikan? Paano mo natanggap hanggang sa ngayon?
What we did after that was, kasi remember, sa national na batas, ang pagpapacheck sa mga fire safety ay wala nga sa lokal na pamahalaan.
Okay.
Yun yung maraming tao naguguluhan eh. Akala nila trabaho ng mayor yun. Hindi trabaho ng mayor yun. Trabaho yun ng Bureau of Fire. Trabaho ko mag-issue ng business permit. Kaya lang ang sinasabi kasi nila noon, masyado ako mabilis magbigay ng business permit. Trabaho ko mabilis magbigay ng business permit eh. Kasi kung di ka mabilis magbigay ng permit, ano sasabihin nila? Red tape naman. Kaya nga, trabaho ng mayor magbigay ng mabilis na permit, trabaho ng Bureau of Fire mag-report kay mayor kung may problema yung establishmento na yon. So, with that said, what did we learn from that lesson? Sabi ko nga, we added another layer of safety nets or checks. May ordinansa kami wherein kinuha namin yung fire code and then gumawa kami ng local version nun.
Wow.
It's the minimum requirement ng fire code.
Okay.
So,
Nawala sa iba
wala.
yan?
It may sound redundant.
Dito lang sa Valenzuela yan?
It may sound na sabi mo, mayor redundant yun, gagawin ulit ng bombero. Pero dahil nga minimum standard ng BFP yun, in-adapt namin, then there should be no problem. Ginagawa mo na yun.
No opposition from
the business community.
Business community.
Ang sinasabi namin sa kanila, and the Bureau of Fire.
Correct.
Minimum standard mo na yun eh. So dapat, it's assumed na ginagawa mo na. So what's the problem if I just institutionalize it?
Valenzuela is known for a lot of manufacturers.
Yes.
Maraming mga plastic dito. No?
Marami.
Isa ito sa parang...
Not just plastic, steel, packaging, you name me a product, chances are it's made here.
Kaya madalas ito yung pwedeng masunog.
One more lesson that I learned there, well, it's part of capacity building naman talaga. After that, we've also invested heavily. Kami na, hindi na Bureau of Fire, invested heavily on chemical fighting trucks. Kentex was hard to solve, tumagal na apoy because chemical na nagsama-sama yun.
Ano yun?
Goma kasi yun eh. Kentex. Kasi goma yun eh. We only had the regular fire trucks. We had to wait for the national to bring their chemical fighting trucks, no? So we have our own now. We have our own chemical fighting truck. So just in case may mangyari ulit noon, we're also ready to suppress it.
When it come to your attention na baka pwede na tayong mag-regulate, pwede tayong humindi na sa mga investors kasi dito pala paborito nila.
Number one, you cannot say no to investors. Number one, that's illegal. Who are you to say? And number two, there's always a
or shall we say, doon na lang natin lagay, gawa tayo ng isang district city na doon lahat.
All naman our factories are almost 90% of our factories are located.
Separate from residential.
Yes, it is.
Good.
It is. Malaking chunk namin is in one area
so
talaga.
Wala talaga yung mga residential.
Meron yung mga nauna doon. Hindi mo naman pwede paalisin yun. But our zoning map is very clear naman eh kung saan lang sila pwedeng maglagay. They're all on the east side of MacArthur of NLEX. But remember, may mga naunang mga bahayan doon, yung mga sinaunang tao doon. Hindi mo na sila pwede paalisin. But we have a comprehensive land use map that we follow all the time.
And saying no could be parang
number one,
marami mga trabaho.
Number one, Valenzuela prides itself as being business friendly. You don't say no to investments. As long as those investments are sound, they comply with the laws, both environmental and safety laws, and they treat their workers well. Yun lang naman ang amin eh. And lumalaki rin ang populasyon ng Valenzuela City. So, kailangan rin nila ng trabaho. Pangalawa, yung social services namin, edukasyon, we need taxes also to finance those. Valenzuela is now coming close to 700,000 na residente. So, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin ayaw ko sa negosyo. Diba? Kasi yung tamang klaseng negosyo.
Here comes Nestle. Gusto nilang makipag-partner sa inyo. In fact, nag-sign na kayo ng memorandum agreement. And one purpose for that is kailangan na yung problema natin sa environment. Why is it that you are focusing on this dahil ba sa dumadaming mga
I'm not focusing on that alone. Let me clarify. We pride ourselves as being one of the cleanest cities as well.
Correct.
We operate a fleet of 70 by admin trash trucks. Isa lang kami sa konting syudad na may sariling tagahakot. Now, we've been segregating long time ago. Pero as in most of the cities, nasi-segregate namin yung mga malalaking mga bagay. Pero yung mga plastic na maliliit, tinatapon talaga yan. Ang hirap i-segregate niyan. But Nestle came to us kasi sila isa sa pinakamalaking...
Yun ang gusto ko itanong.
Nestle ang may isa sa pinakamalaking product line na gumagamit nun.
Yun ang gusto ko itanong, Mayor.
Meron silang programa to make countries or cities net of plastics. Meaning, hindi mo kailan ibat. but make sure that you collect them well, you recycle and repurpose them. Kailangan kasi makolekta, makulit ng maayos. Ito yung mga pinag-uusapan natin, yung mga wrapper ng candy, yung mga laminate, yung mga nasa sachet. Hindi talaga nare-recycle yun eh. Ang nare-recycle kadalasan yung mga bote, yung mga crate. So with this program, ini-incentivize natin mga estudyante at mga street sweeper. Kolektahin nyo itong mga maliliit na bagay, papalitan ng Nestle ng school supplies at ng Nestle products na pagkain. Sila naman, pag nabili nila yon, may partner sila, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Republic Cement ata. Bibigay nila doon yon, gagawing mga bagong konkreto yon. Eco bricks na pwede nila gamitin pagpapatayo ng mga low-cost housing, mga silid-paaralan.
So, ibig sabihin, para mas makatulong pa din sa mga mahirap dito
makatulong sa mga mamamayan natin, but at the same time, makabawas sa mga plastic na tinatapon. Remember, itong mga laminates yung nahahanap natin kadalasan sa mga drainage. Kasi ito yung pagkakain mo ng isa, tinatapon. Hindi ito kasi yung mga tulad ng mga nakikita mo, yung mga PET bottles, yung mga lalagyan ng shampoo. Yung mga yon, nare-recycle na yun eh. Pero everywhere in the country right now, yung mga maliliit, wala kasi halos purpose eh. Halos single use. Remember, a lot of cities ngayon are banning single-use plastic.
Correct.
Kami, we're not banning it. Kasi we believe you can recycle and repurpose them. As long as you put in a culture sa tao na may halaga o may balik yan. That there's a positive in recycling and collecting it.
Mayor Rex, kayo po ay nakaranas ng trahedya, yung sunog, and here comes tag-ulan na naman, babaha na naman. Gaano kahanda ang iyong city government when it comes to this response to the tragedies and calamities that sinasabi nila marami pang bagyong darating? Sasagutin po yan ni Mayor Rex Gatchalian pagkatapos po ng ilang paalala.
Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.
Tayo na Valenzuela, the comprehensive disaster preparedness plan of Valenzuela City. The plan is to build the Alert Center, a government complex where all disaster preparedness divisions are clustered together. Housed in the Disaster Preparedness Office building are the satellite offices of local frontline disaster response agencies. The Mayor's Office, Disaster Preparedness Office, Command Center, City Social Welfare and Development Office, Public Information Office. The VC tent, an events place, is convertible into a staging and repacking area in times of disaster. Across the Alert is the City Police Station, the lead response agency for peace and order. The Alert Center is the brain of the city's disaster response. Serving as peripheral nerves are the 3S centers. 3S centers are satellite alert centers that offer basic government services daily, yet are fully equipped and stocked to serve the constituents in times of disasters. Alert and 3S centers are strategically located into the 4 disaster response areas of the city. The Alert Center will be accessible, a 5-minute walk away from any structure within 400-meter radius, and a 2,500-meter radius. It is a 15 to 30-minute walk away from 2 public hospitals, the Central Warehouse, 3S centers, and the designated evacuation centers. They are designed and pre-positioned to be the last structure standing in times of disaster. With Alert and 3S, the local government will continue to function during disasters. These will be equipped with generator sets and solar panels and satellite phone technology so that services could continue. Before, during, and after a disaster, 3S centers will provide information to the Alert Center, where it will be assessed for decision-making. Instructions will be sent to 3S centers for implementation to their assigned areas, including evacuation centers. While thinking ahead, daily convenience of the constituency is highly considered. Complementing the plan is the reassessment of the livability aspects of Valenzuela. As a city that cares for the environment, greening and other sustainability planning will also be prioritized. The Alert and 3S centers will have solar panels for renewable energy and rain catchment system as source of clean water. pocket parks and vegetable gardens to produce harvests for the community. For ease in mobility, an underpass shall connect the alert to the rest of public and private facilities. Sidewalks shall be reclaimed and will be lined with greens to make walking a worthwhile activity. This is anchored in the commitment to make life better for Valenzuelanos. And this dream has already begun. Valenzuela City is set to become the idyllic, safer, and more livable city that it aspires to be.
Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.
Health Watch, alertong pangkalusugan. Ang pertussis tuspirina o ubong dalahin ay isang lubhang nakakahawang sakit na dulot ng bakteryang Bordetella pertussis. Karaniwan itong tumatagal mula 5 hanggang 15 araw at may kasamang marahas at matinis na pag-ubo, pagsusuka at minsan lagnat o trangkaso. Ito ay lubhang mapanganib lalo na sa mga bata at sanggol at maaari maging sanhi ng kamatayan. Ang DPT at Penta 5-in-1 vaccine ay mabisa laban dito at karaniwang ibinibigay bago sumapit ang unang taon ni baby. Kasunod nito ay ang mga booster dose na ibinibigay mula unang taon hanggang 11 taon. Tandaan, ligtas ang bakuna laban sa tuspirina. Kaya siguruhing mapabakuna ang inyong mga anak para maiwasan ang malulubhang karamdaman. Pangalagaan ang kalusugan para iwas sakit. Huwag malito. Dapat laging listo.
Samahan ang batikang broadcaster na si Cesar Soriano sa kanyang pagtalakay sa mga maiinit na isyu ng bayan at paglalakbay sa lahat ng sulok ng Pilipinas. Alamin ang mga buod ng mahalagang impormasyon na dapat malaman ng sambayanan. Dito sa Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.
Sa oras ng peligro, mahalaga ang bawat segundo. Sa lungsod Valenzuela, ginagamit ang teknolohiya para sa mabilisang aksyon sa pag-abot ng tulong. Valenzuela City Alert Button. Ito ay isang mobile application na nagbibigay kakayahan sa mga Valenzuelano na humingi ng tulong sa oras ng sakuna sa pamamagitan ng pagpindot sa isang button sa iyong smartphone. Police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency. Paano gamitin ang alert button? Hanapin sa Play Store o App Store ang Valenzuela City Alert button at i-download ito. Buksan ang application at sagutan ang registration form. Magtungo sa Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office sa Alert Center sa Barangay Malinta upang ma-verify ang iyong registration. Magdala ng isang government-issued ID bilang katunayan na ikaw ay residente ng Valenzuela. Matapos ma-verify, ay maaari nang magamit ang alert button. Sa pamamagitan ng GPS sa iyong smartphone, ay matutukoy ng alert center ang iyong lokasyon. Agad na maaabisuhan ang nauukol na opisina upang makapagpadala ng tulong. Makabagong inobasyon para sa mas mabilis na aksyon. Valenzuela City Alert Button. Maaaring i-download ng libre sa Google Play Store o Apple App Store.
Gaano handa, Mayor, ang City Government ng Valenzuela pagdating sa mga baha, sa mga lindol, lindol, and all the sinasabi nilang mga tragedies?
Over the years, we've invested heavily in capacity building. We made sure na handa kami in terms of sa tao, nakatrain yung mga tao namin, at may responders kami. At the same time, may sapat kaming gamit. Boats, trucks, clearing equipment. And ang difference lang sa ginawa namin, pre-position na namin. May mga tawag kami sentro ng sama-samang serbisyo. They're like small city halls. 18 yan na nakakalat sa buong syudad. Nandun yung mga responders namin para hindi naka-centralize lang dito sa city hall lahat ng operation.
Bakit ba nagbabara yung pag nagbaha, konting ulan lang?
Well,
tumataas?
number one, disiplina rin ng tao. Katulad ng pinag-usapan natin kanina.
Basura ba?
Basura
pa din?
Yes, but more than that, ang Valenzuela kasi 1/4 ng land area namin is below sea level. Hindi kailangan ng tag-ulan para bumaha. Pag nag-high tide, papasok yung tubig. Pero recently, natapos ng DPWH yung kanilang VOM. Valenzuela Obando May Kawayan Flood Control Project. Nakadike siya, then may malaking pumping station. So it will na-turnover sa amin this summer, last month lang. So
hindi pa na-testingan?
Na-testing pero hindi during bagyo. Nag-dry run sila using...
Do you think that will be effective?
I think so. Hindi naman gagastos ang pamalang nasyonal ng bilyon-bilyon para sa isang gamit na hindi...
Are you satisfied with the project?
I am, but we really have to test it during the rainy season.
What if hindi siya epektibo?
O what if epektibo siya? I would rather look at it as effective rather than as a negative. I don't want to say hindi siya epektibo nang hindi pa nasusubukan.
Ang ano lang doon, is that the real answer?
That's one of the many, but that's the long-term solution sa at least 1/2 ng city. 1/4 ng city. Kasi it's a series of parang plain and simple, parang Netherlands. Mababa ang lupa kesa sa tubig. So pag high tide, papasok rin yung tubig, sabayan mo pa ng tubig ulan, it's a recipe for disaster. So yung dike is meant to stop high tide from coming in. Yung pumping station is meant na pag naipon yung tubig ng ulan sa mga ilog, pwede mo i-pump out naman sa labas.
So sinasabi lang, pag umuulan, talagang baha. Pag tag-init, mahirap ang tubig. Nahirapan ba kayo sa tubig dito?
Kami hindi. We never had that problem.
Really?
Hindi kami kasama sa concession agreement sa concession area. Maynilad kami. Manila Water yung nagka-problema.
So walang naghuhukay?
Meron kami before, but bawal na kasi ngayon yan. So the whole city naman has met Maynilad link. May konti-konti kami mga communities na isolated na hindi, but kinakabitan na rin nila.
What about kahandaan sa lindol?
Alam nyo, when we do disaster preparedness, hindi lang naman isang klaseng disaster ang tinitignan namin Lahat from sunog to bagyo to lindol. In fact, meron din yung mga man-made na mga terrorismo, for instance. These are all part of our program in training, capacity building our people, investing in equipment, pre-positioning of equipment, and also the relief side of it. Making sure na kung talaga magkakaroon ng mga biktima, handa tayong kalingahin at alagaan sila.
And still, one of the problems here in Metro Manila, yung masyadong marami ng tao and yung decongestion measures ninyo.
Well,
meron daw kayong isang discipline. Meron na kayong village na gano'n na...
Tumatakbo na. Ang goal namin kasi by next year, yung preemptive to Bakit rin nagkakabaha? Kasi marami nakatira sa tabing ilog o sa mga estero. Bakit nagkakaroon ng mga biktima during kalamidad? Kasi nasa danger zone sila.
Pero wala na ngayon sa estero?
We're almost done. 50% na. More than 50. Nasa mga 60 to 70% na kami.
So meron pa rin?
But by next year wala na. Kasi tinatayo pa yung unit nila.
Don't you see any problem?
No, tinatayo pa yung unit nila It's not a problem. It's a problem that we have a solution already. It's tatlo ang disiplina village namin. Yung una, tapos na yon 1,000 families nang nalipat noon sa loob din ng Valenzuela City. Yung pangalawa, mas malaki yon 11 hectares yon Doon namin ililipat yung balanse na natitira. Kaya lang natatagalan kasi nagko-construction pa yung mga bahay. Remember, we're talking about 4,000 families.
That's the
Disciplina Village Bignay.
The resources come from the LGU.
The land of the local government, the common facilities, yung mga paaralan sa amin, yung building sa NHA. So it's a joint project. Our goal is by next year, by next summer, kami ang isa sa mga syudad or isa lang sa syudad sa Metro Manila na kaya sabihin sa iyo na wala na kaming mga mamamayan na nakatira sa tabing ilog, sapa, or any bodies of water. Wala na. Zero na kami. We would have moved close to 6,000 families to safer ground.
Paano yan kung may magtangka?
Di ba kanina nabanggit ko sa iyo, meron kaming mga anti-squatting volunteers.
Bantay-bantay.
No, may anti-squatting volunteers kami. Nagbabantay sila and they tell us kung may nagtatayo. May mga nagtatangka, pero pag nakuha namin kagad yung report, we demolish them. Then, ano yan malamang bago na yung mga yan they're professionals na. Kasi mga original residents na sa Disciplina Village. Now, why Disciplina Village?
Yes.
Unique ang Disciplina Village because unlike other resettlement sites, una, kompleto to. It's integrated. Imagine mo para kang bumibili ng condo sa isang middle class subdivision. Ganun ang itsura niya. May sariling paaralan, may barangay hall, may mga palaruan, may mga basketball court,
Wow.
may high school, may elementary, kompleto siya. Malapit sa mga pabrika namin para malapit siya sa trabaho. Nasa loob siya ng syudad kasi ayaw namin na nilalabas siya. Now, ba't disiplina? Kasi
Walang disiplina tumira doon.
yes, in the sense na to enforce it, they sign our yearly it's a perpetual lease. We don't give them the title kagad. What they get is a perpetual use agreement between them and the city. Now, pag wala ka nilalabag ng mga alituntunin, may handbook yun on how to be a responsible homeowner. Bawal nakahubad, bawal magkaraoke sa kalsada, bawal curfew hours, bawal uminom sa pasilyo. You know, the basic rules of being a decent homeowner. Remember, galing tong mga to sa mga tabing ilog kung nasaan baka mabitbit nila yung kultura ng pagiging siga. So doon bawal yon. Doon tinuturuan namin ikaw na maging responsible homeowner.
So marami kayong mga
Na maging-
bantay din doon.
Wala. It's self-regulating because nga
Okay.
by the end of the year, may Disciplina Village
So if
Council.
they cannot follow the
you
rules,
get evicted.
Okay. That's a discipline.
Parang Big Brother's house to. You literally get evicted if you keep on violating the rules.
Okay.
Paglipat mo kasi doon may orientation. You are given a handbook where all the rules are stated. The rules are very basic naman para sa iyo rin yun Gusto rin nila yun And then you get tickets if you keep on violating. Come end of the year, you will be evaluated before you sign your contract. And if you keep on violating, you will be evicted. Pero case in point, yung una naming Disciplina Village ay the year after Ondo yun. Up to now, ang na-evict lang out of 1,000 families, isa o dalawa. Ibig sabihin, sa puso at isipan ng mga mamamayan, maganda para sa kanila yung disiplina, kailangan lang patupad. Kasi kung hindi, ang dami na na-evict. But kokonti ang eviction rate. Ibig sabihin, when there are rules and there's a threat of being evicted, they follow the rules.
Maliit man ang syudad ninyo, malaki pa din sa pananaw ng karamihan dahil sa dami ng nagawa nyo and accomplishment. What's Valenzuela in the next 5 years?
Well, my term ends in 3 years. This is my last term. But it shouldn't end with me.
Okay.
No, naniniwala ako na these are not my projects, but these are the ideas of the regular Valenzuelanos. I always say na maraming magagandang idea na pinatupad namin, pero hindi naman akin yun Nanggaling rin yun sa konsultasyon, sa pakikinig sa mga mamamayan. Naniniwala ako na kahit sino man na maniwala ang umupo dito as mayor, importante kasi yung makinig ka. The progress and yung pag-asenso ng syudad ng Valenzuela, magtutuloy-tuloy yun kapag yung mga liderato nakikinig sa mamamayan. The right answer normally comes from the resident Sadly lang kasi natutunan ko na pag nandito ka nakaupo sa mayor's office, yung boses mo ang pinakamataas at yung boses mo lang ang naririnig. But I've come to realize na kapag hinaan mo yung boses mo and makinig ka sa mga idea ng mga tao, the most creative ideas come from them.
But I'd rather credit it, Mayor, to your being young. What's it in it that can help your city for being young?
Being young? I would like to think that old people are also wise. So I don't think it's about being young, but it's about learning how to listen. You can be old, you can be young, as long as you listen, I think you can pick up the good and the bad from the people's comments. Advantage lang siguro of being young is hindi ka napapagod. Kasi yung trabaho ng mayor is 24 hours, 7 days a week. I'm sure kanina narinig mo yung maliit na problema ng tricycle na nag-aaway, problema mo. Walang malito, walang malaking problema. That's why I think being young just gives you that extra energy to deal with these things. But honestly, you can be old, you can be young, at the end of the day, as long as you listen. I think that's what's important.
Last, this message mo sa mga hindi madidisiplina.
Alam mo, naniniwala ako na walang taong hindi nadidisiplina. Sa puso at isipan natin, alam natin na kailangan natin ng disiplina. Di ba may classic saying nga dati nung American base pa yung Clark at Subic, pag ang mga Pinoy pumunta daw doon, sumusunod sa traffic rules, pero paglabas, hindi na. So, ang ibig sabihin nun, tayo alam naman natin na dapat may rules. Trabaho ng gobyerno, ipairal yun. Kaya ang mensahe ko lagi sa mga Valenzuelano, hindi ako naghahanap ng sakit ng ulo araw-araw. Ito mga patakaran na to, ang pagdidisiplina, para sa iyo to.
So,
para sa ikabubuti mo to. Hindi para sa akin to.
And madidisiplina kung ang leader ay isang example ng disiplina.
Well, siyempre yun, it comes to show. No? You can't govern and preach without practicing what you're saying.
Correct. And for that, Mayor, thank you very much. Congratulations. Maasa kami na magtagumpay ka pa sa lahat ng iyong mga adhikain.
Thank you, thank you.
Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.
Hanggang sa muli, ako po si Cesar Soriano. Maraming salamat at ito ang Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.
Magandang Gabi Pilipinas.